Welcome to another edition of Saturday Morning Dad Jokes.
Good morning. Welcome to another episode of Saturday Morning Dad Jokes. I am Tom.
And I'm Mike.
Well, here we are without much of a break in between episodes, which is nice. We're staying consistent.
Yeah.
Let's see. I will start with aside from asking you how you doing, Good?
I'm doing good.
Good. Good. I was going to say, I'll start with the...
Long weekend.
Yeah. We're technically recording this on Memorial Day.
Okay.
I know we're not supposed to date the episodes, but I will start with... so last time you gave a movie quote, and the slight spin on that was we didn't share the clip, but we did try kind of like guess the movie.
Right, so I told a joke
Yep.
that was told in the movie American Werewolf
Yep.
in London. And then and I told it right the first time and wrong the second time. And then you tried to guess the movie. So is this something similar?
Similar concept. Yep.
Okay.
So you got to
So
guess.
you're going to tell the joke, I'm going to try to guess the joke, and then I will try to guess the movie.
I'm not even sure that... I think you're just going to guess the movie. I don't think you're even going to try to guess the joke at this point, because the joke is the joke. Like, it's,
Okay.
But so we'll just see if you can guess the movie.
What would you say my chances are of guessing the movie?
Given your appreciation of movies, probably very high, but I don't...
Oh, God. Now I feel pressure.
Well, you should. You should. I mean, I think out of everybody that I know, you probably have the highest chance of getting this. Okay. However, what you don't have going for you, and I will give you this small hint, is this was more of a mainstream movie and not the typical off the beaten path movie that you appreciate. And I mean that with all respect.
That's good to know.
Yeah. So that said, I will give you the joke.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Right? Get it right out the gate.
Right at the gate.
That's when we just shut down the episode. Oh, you got it. Okay, we'll see you next time. Okay, so the joke goes like this: a man goes into a restaurant. He sits down. He's having a bowl of soup. He says to the waiter, "Waiter, come taste my soup." The waiter says, "Is there something wrong with the soup?" He says, "Taste the soup." The waiter says, "Is something wrong with the soup? Is the soup too hot?" The man says, "Will you taste the soup?" "What's wrong? Is the soup too cold? Will you just taste the soup?" "All right, I'll taste the soup. Where's the spoon?" "Aha," says the guy telling the joke.
Okay.
Do you know the movie by chance?
Do I know the movie by just... It sounds like... I don't know. It sounds like something Quentin Tarantino would write. Am I at all close?
I don't think so, no.
I don't think so? I don't know. What is that from? Yeah, I don't know.
It's from
really
Coming to America.
Coming to America.
Yeah, when
Okay.
Eddie Murphy tells the guy at the barbershop. He's telling the guy.
The original Coming to America.
Yeah, the original. Yeah. The one from...
Not Coming to.
Right. Yep.
America 2, whatever.
Yeah, not the second one, which I did see. Yeah. No, this is the original. Yep.
Oh wow! Did you watch that recently?
I did. Well, I saw the second one recently, and then I went back and watched the first one. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Wow.
It was kind of...
Well, classic Eddie Murphy was...
Yeah, and that's a kind of a classic joke too. I think I've heard that one before. Certainly that movie, but maybe not.
Right.
But I thought it was kind of in dad joke, kind of taste.
That is.
That
is.
Other than you not having to guess the punchline.
Thinking it's Quentin Tarantino. I feel so pedestrian. Right. Did Tarantino write that?
Right, and I love that you thought Tarantino is considered mainstream, which I guess he is. But
yeah.
Yeah, I guess if you look at the viewership of Coming to America versus some of Tarantino's movies, it might be a little bit different. But yeah, you're right.
I guess you're right. I mean, yeah, Quentin Tarantino. Well, Coming to America, I think dates us in a different way.
Yeah, it does. It does.
I remember one year I showed Beverly Hills Cop
Oh God.
in class,
Yeah.
talking about.
Does that hold up well?
Yeah, it
Does it?
does.
Okay.
It does.
Okay.
There's some weirdness in it that I won't. It's probably not appropriate
Yeah.
to talk about on the podcast, but I think it holds up well.
Okay.
We talked about it in terms of acting and performance
Gotcha.
and stardom. Because
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy is a star.
Yep.
But remember when I showed it, the students, I don't think any of them. They're like, oh yeah, my grandpa watched this.
God. Oh
like-
well.
Beverly Hills Cop, but.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does hold up. The other ones in the series are kind of god awful.
Mm-hmm.
Two is oof. Two is.
Rough.
I know you recently watched the new Obi-Wan and
Mm-hmm.
were quite upset. I haven't heard you that irate in a while. Well,
Mm-hmm.
probably up there with Beverly Hills Cop 2 for me.
Yeah. I won't. Don't get me started on Obi-Wan. So
I was actually thinking maybe there's going to be an Obi-Wan joke today.
no. God, there's nothing to joke about there.
So that's
So
a joke.
though I will say the hardcore Star Wars fans, they've pushed back in terms of when they've heard me say that it wasn't that good, and they're all like, well, Star Wars was never known for its acting. Like, why would you care about the acting? Okay, point taken. But at the same time, maybe we did get spoiled with Mandalorian and some other things. So, all right. So you have a joke, I think.
I do. I have two. One is, so I did. I wrote them this morning, and I think one is more of a dad joke,
Mm-hmm.
but I want to read the other one too because we were talking about movies,
Okay.
and you were talking about, I don't know, things that I watch,
Okay.
so you can tell what I was watching this weekend.
Oh yeah, that's usually the case with both of us. Yeah.
And I don't know. I wonder if you'll. I think maybe you'll get this.
All right.
What type of films make John Waters nervous? What type of films make John Waters nervous? I don't know either, but it's a divine question.
I don't know either.
So John Waters worked with Divine.
Oh, that. Okay, gotcha.
So that's not really a dad joke.
That's a film lover's joke. Yeah.
I was watching John Waters films this weekend.
Okay.
Oh.
Baltimorean. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. But the other one that I think is more dad joke territory is, did you know that clowns frequently get nervous before they perform?
No.
Yeah, they do. It's a lot to juggle.
That's definitely dad joke.
It's definitely dad joke. So I know.
I
You know.
I like it though.
Yeah.
So a lot to juggle. I'd give it a 4.
A 4?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think it's better than just a typical like quick eye roll. I mean, I think it's themed.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
It stays within the. It's not readily apparent.
Okay.
I like it. I think it's strong.
Well, this is good. I feel like we should have like actual criteria for. I'm
Well-
never really sure what designates a 3 and a 4. Three's
We-
like you tried.
No, it's this is very similar to like a university art professor. Like we pretend we have criteria, but it's really very, very subjective. Sorry, I don't mean to. I know you you teach in that area, but
Yeah.
I'm thinking more like painting and drawing, things like that.
Well, no, it makes a lot of sense. I just was part of an art show where I had to select the best pieces, and this was literally just that. It's like,
So you can relate.
it's like it's a matter of taste.
Yeah. So I mean,
within the discipline, there are some concepts that we can recognize that
Yes.
an artist is utilizing,
Right.
But sometimes those aren't apparent.
yes, and then maybe that's the good way of phrasing how we should look at this. Like, if we recognize that there's some basic concepts that are being used that helps with the
Some basic formal
some
concept.
fundamentals that are being lent to, yes, then you're automatically going to get yourself a 3, And then when you get into the 4 and 5 category, here's what you end up doing. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway,
That makes sense. That makes sense.
I don't have it all fleshed out, but yeah. So I liked it. It was. I would give it a 4. And I think it's definitely safe for everybody except the people that fear clowns, which there's some kind of there's a technical phobia name for that. I forget what it is. But yeah, I mean, I think outside of those folks, yeah, I think it's pretty safe.
Okay.
Do they still have? Is the circus still a thing? Like,
That's a good question. I thought that one of them was recently in some sort of financial, one of the big, I don't know if it's
yeah,
Ringling Brothers or
yeah, I don't know.
Barnum and Bailey. One of those I thought was recently in some sort of trouble. And I know that there's also, I think there was some sort of clown school up in Seattle. Acrobatics, that type of thing. And certainly, I guess even if there aren't circuses,
Yeah.
there are rodeos and things like that. And,
True.
but I mean, it is a good point because it's much like zoos. at
Yeah.
some point, as a concept, it's kind of maybe fraught.
Yeah. I mean, I think you're going to see circuses, or the circus in general, die quicker than a zoo. But I think they're both, yeah,
Yeah,
they're
it does feel
on
like
shaky ground.
Yeah, if it is something from a different time, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, and two, I think it comes with other. It's not just animals, but like, the idea of would have been called a freak show,
Yeah.
and what that comes with, like that context.
Yeah.
No, I
completely agree.
heard, well, there was a, I don't want to get too off top. Maybe you know of it. I thought there was a horror show recently that kind of revolved around some sort of circus.
Yeah.
Is there a famous Todd Browning's film called Freaks?
Yep.
Which actually
I don't know.
stars the performers, not performers playing what would have been freaks. And my wife and I had an interesting conversation about freaks and geeks. Do you know the difference? So a freak, a geek is somebody who actually is performing something, but without some sort of visibly identifiable whatever. This is a normal person.
Okay.
A freak, on the other hand, would be somebody who had some sort
Who
of
has the condition? Or
has some sort of condition,
Gotcha.
which is interesting. But that would have been a term that was used, I guess, in those times. But I didn't really know that. It kind of makes sense, you think about because we use the phrase, I guess, geek is like a nerd. But like somebody, it's like, I'm going to mix the ketchup in my pudding and eat it.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that is maybe I could be wrong.
No, it sounds reasonable to me.
It sounds reasonable.
I'm gonna, until I am proven otherwise, I'm gonna believe it. Like everything in life, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Well, let's keep it rolling.
The ball rolling.
Yeah. I will tell my
Keep
wonderful.
the circus going.
Yeah, we'll keep the circus going because that's what this is. I had several that I was working on, and lots of them got shot down. So this is the only one that made it.
Wow.
Yeah, it's okay.
We ought to read some of our cutting floors. I had a cutting floor today too. Chrissy's like, no.
I might save it for later, but yeah.
Okay.
So, what do you call a prospector who always picks his nose?
Well,
I know.
I mean, mining for gold.
Yeah, right. Sure.
A prospector always picks his nose.
Yeah.
Who always picks his nose. I mean, I'm thinking something with mining for gold.
Yeah, you're close.
Not exactly sure, but that's not enough of a joke.
It was a mucus miner.
Mucus miner.
Yeah, it's nothing special.
It is. It is a solid 3.
Yes, exactly.
It's a
Right,
solid
right.
3.
I had a lot of 3s today. Yes.
You had a lot of 3s.
My wife would probably say I had a lot of 2s, and this was
A
the
lot
only
of
3.
2s.
Yeah. She's like, it's a dad joke for sure. She's like, use
It is
that
a
one.
dad joke for sure.
I was like, yeah.
What do you,
I know
minor
it's
here?
already like blending from kind of prior, foundational dad jokes. So I get that. Yeah. Yeah.
You have to sometimes yell at your child when they're like
Every day.
mining for
Every day.
what do you?
Well, it's less about nose, more about get your fingers out of your mouth. Get your fingers out of your mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's got like loose teeth right now, so he's doing the whole.
Yeah, especially with
Yeah. Unless you had some other tidbit of wonderfulness to share.
I don't.
Oh, was my minor one? My
Oh.
mucus minor, was it a good for most audiences?
Yeah, I think it's good for most audiences. I think it's definitely good for your child to remind them. It's not really a good habit to have.
Agreed.
It's not a good habit to have. Mucus minor. Yeah, I think it's appropriate, and kids would probably also
Oh
get
yeah.
it.
Oh yeah.
Right.
My son would get it for sure.
So I think it's universal. I don't think it's
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I don't think it's gonna offend anybody.
Gotcha. Well, on that note, I think we've completed another episode with a lot of zest and excitement to end it, and we will see you next weekend with another episode of Saturday Morning Dad Jokes. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. See you next time.